cheer.
This one. Oh. All right, Jason. Pick Central.
Here we
Pick
go.
Central on a Monday. Mike's fucked up. No place I'd rather be.
Rolling.
Brought to you by.
Got some problems there.
Watch it. Look at it. It's not.
You got to make it taller, I think, right? Whoever
Yeah,
sat there
it's
before, it was.
Somebody fucked it up.
Oh no.
Fishbowl. Are we blaming them?
Oh, that was fucked up when I was doing the show on Thursday.
Friday?
Yeah.
Hubs was the last one in here.
Oh, it was fucked up for me. You got to just battle through adversity.
You could have fixed it.
I have no idea how to fix that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, I didn't miss it.
I think I might move.
I didn't miss you guys at all.
I might move there. And then just host from there.
I kind of missed this actually. I'm enjoying this. This is great.
Leave it there. What's the issue?
Bro, it doesn't.
Bro, just fucking do the show.
I am doing the show, but like you're gonna have to
the
speak.
show.
You watching this?
Yeah, I don't know. You do
sit.
it. You're
All right,
going
then I'll
like
tell
this.
you what. You
I'll
sit
sit
here
there
for 5 minutes.
I'll sit there. Go.
Great start. Great start.
I did miss this.
Try it. You moron. Give my pants. I know what to talk about.
He did something, Rico.
There you go.
Perfect.
You
Done.
look
How's
like
that
an
going?
idiot.
What do you mean?
It's just sitting there.
I'm sitting right here.
You look like a moron.
You got to slouch now. You're a slouch a little bit. I mean,
But I
up to
think
this point.
It's impossible. This one stinks
It's
too.
really not that bad.
All right, brought to you by Game Time.
Look at this.
You did better than Rico doing it.
There's
I
nothing.
mean, he's just
better
like
than me.
3
but-
inches to his right. I don't see what the big deal
I mean, Thursday and Friday, they have no problem.
Yeah. Brought to you by Game Time. There's nothing like getting to a baseball game, especially last minute. Luckily for me, I always use Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Game Time makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the app actually go down the closer it gets to game time. I was looking at tickets for Mariners at Yankees tomorrow, $14 to get into the building. You can put those savings back in your pocket and spend them at the ballpark on a hot dog, a new hat, or some good old-fashioned Cracker Jacks. What are you waiting for? I'm going to buy those Mariners at Yankees tickets now with Game Time. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code PICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code PICKS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app. What time is it? Game Time.
I used Game Time on Friday, July 4th. Mets, Yankees. It was glorious. Unbelievable game.
Yeah, the Fever are in town. In a
It was awesome. Thank you.
Went
Game
yesterday,
Time.
too.
Fever
yesterday.
Fever in town in a couple weeks. I want
I
to.
didn't use Game Time yesterday. I have the Sunday package, so I have season tickets on Sundays.
You get playoffs with that?
Yes.
Really?
Well, if.
And you get the ability to be able to buy extras. So like you get like one game a series,
Oh,
and then you have early access to buy extra ones.
interesting.
So you can buy basically every playoff.
Good company to have playoff tickets for, though.
My wife went to playoff games last year, and I didn't. So it's pretty great.
Hopefully-
But I've been to World Series games before. I'm very lucky. So I'm okay. I'd love to go to more, but it's not working here. It's not in the cards. All right. You guys don't need to worry about that this year, right? How are you guys doing? How are the Yankees doing?
We won yesterday.
Great.
Yeah, that's good.
fine.
Split the series.
Doing fine. He's
We're not like we're in a playoffs where the Yankees are not fine. Believe me, I'm not saying they're fine. You could ask Hubs. I've been
just said they were fine.
3 games back from Toronto.
We'll be fine.
We will be fine. We're
So
not
you're
fine right
saying
now.
fine. He's not saying fine.
Well, he's like the
Massive
world's
changes.
falling for him all the time. But right now, it is. falling.
I
Yes.
was fucking ecstatic in May.
It was easy to. In May, but I'm saying right now, I think we'll be completely fine. Right now, it sucks. We're really bad, but I think we'll be fine.
If
Like,
the
AL is
Clark,
not that
if the
good.
Clark injury didn't happen, I'd be more inclined to be with you. But they have an uphill battle.
That's a big injury.
It's more or less he was just consistent and was getting innings. So
If you look at his
now
last 2 years,
Yeah,
like, he's turned himself into a really good starter.
You just have it's more brutal for him because when you have it right now, he's out all next year.
Right.
So like, I don't know. You might not see him as a Yankee again. Off the top of my head, I don't know his team control, but it's getting up there. He's been a Yankee for a bit now. It's a tough guy to replace. Before that, you were really focused on third base. Now they have to get a starting pitcher and a third baseman. And relievers. It's a lot to get.
You guys
Was
suck.
Toronto supposed to be good coming
What?
into this year?
Not
No.
great either.
We're getting guys back. We're
right?
getting Minaya and Senga back before the All-Star game. That's next
you're
week.
also not playing well, so I don't know. I know you're shitting on us, but like you guys have not played well at all.
We
have not.
We had a horrible stretch.
Yes.
Since that stretch, though, we took 2 out of 3 from the Brewers, who are pretty good somehow. I don't know how they're doing.
Beat the Miz. That was good. That was good.
And then Woodruff back, and then we beat you guys twice. I mean,
I didn't know this, Clemmer. Did you know this? The Pirates, when we got swept, the margin of victory was the worst series sweep in franchise history. For the Mets.
Aggregate.
Really?
Pirates
The Mets,
haven't-
period?
That's what it says.
Pirates haven't scored a run in 6 games.
No, we were playing.
Pirates
horribly.
didn't score.
We're getting, but like I said, the good news is we're getting reinforcements where you guys. Like,
Well,
you
Luis-
guys are losing.
We
Luis
are
Hill is
getting one.
Luis Hill is
So
returning,
it's
so that
like-
is reinforcement.
but not for when though.
I think it's gonna be like just after the break.
Is he doing rehab starts now?
He's about to start.
Yeah. So until this dude rehab starts, it's hard for me to like really put a pulse on it. Like
We're
in
going to
fairness.
get someone soon, though.
But
Too.
we're getting Senga, M, and Aya back literally this week.
Offensively, this
Yeah,
is
but
what they
like-
are, which is an issue.
I just don't get what we're talking about right now. The Mets haven't been playing great. Like you're talking about us, fine, completely fine talking about us, but you guys have not been playing great. I don't know how you could say you've been
I
playing.
mean, we've
like
won
the past-
4 of the last 5, so it's hard to say. Like before that stretch,
Yeah.
we were doing really bad.
Yeah, for a
Now,
long time.
but now we seem to be on the right track. We got the Orioles, so I know you love next week. Okay, so that's.
This is a tricky end to the first half for you guys.
I think.
Baltimore, KC.
Well, the good news is though we're getting, like I said, we're getting Senga, we're getting Minaya, and then 2 days later we're getting Senga, or the other way around. But like either way, we're getting both guys before the All-Star break. So like I think things are kind of looking up for the Mets.
Your schedule isn't so great coming out of the break.
I thank God we're playing them.
just that the wild card, like your guys' wild card, is a lot harder than ours.
Absolutely.
That's where
That
I'm
is the
like.
one thing
That's
you
why I think
guys-
I'm saying I'm fine. We're playing awful. We're the first wild card right now.
You're absolutely
We're
right.
playing the worst we could play, and I'm still not that worried because what I have to worry about: Tampa Bay, Seattle, Boston, Texas, the Angels. You think I'm going to sit here and worry about the Angels?
The other teams you mentioned, look, maybe not Boston.
The surprise
Saying
that's
they're all
happened.
not good.
The surprise. I sat here in May, most likely, and said Boston and the Yankees were the only teams give a damn for the AL East. The Blue Jays have just surged beyond
In a row.
belief.
They were supposed to be bad.
They were just supposed to be like the same they've been.
Yeah.
But then they've gotten help from young
bad
guys.
last year.
George Springer's been awesome. Should be an All-Star. Over fucking Julio Rodriguez. Blow me. And then Barger's been good for them. Good hitter at the top of their lineup. Like they've gotten some really nice pieces to perform for them. Like Santander's been awful.
He's been horrible.
Right. So like they've got
They're
guys
hurt.
that stepped up around them. The pitching's been solid. Like, Toronto's good, man. Tampa, I still don't know about
Toronto
Tampa.
just had a down year last year. It's almost like
It's been that way for like 3 years though.
yeah, but they've
Last year
always
was really bad.
last year was really bad, but I think they've
yeah.
always been in the mix, and then they would fall off at the end, right?
Or they just won't win a playoff game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is like that's why I don't not like surprised that they're this good. They have the pieces. I've always thought they had the pieces, just never put it together. That's
I'm
why
surprised
I'm
they're
like,
Like
this.
Bichette's
I'm not that.
been
surprised.
better, but like he's still not
Look at the
set
lineup.
in the
It's
world.
a pretty good lineup.
It is.
Okay, yeah. So the question for you: you're down on the Yankees right now.
How can you not be?
No, that's fair.
I'm not giving up on the season, but
I was gonna say, like the wild card though, like you guys do right now have a 3.5 game lead on the wild card. Oh, well, like
well,
Boston.
don't talk to me about leads. So that doesn't mean shit. Like they had a 10-game lead in the AL East. That doesn't, any lead they have could just go like that. If they continue on this way offensively and pitching and
At one point, you had a 10-game lead in the AL East.
something like that, early, very early,
God.
super early.
Yeah, but
Probably 7.
I mean, is anyone going to say I was right about a certain player? Because he sucks.
Volpe has lost
Both ways.
all grace.
Both sides of the
Three
plate.
base running too,
He's and when the game's not even happening, throws it at our best player's head.
and his
we
dad's
can't even win
yelling at people. It's not good.
But like, it's not even like I'm like it's so he's so bad. It's like he's ruining what? How can you defend
He
him
sucks.
still?
He, oh,
How?
Like
He does suck. He sucks.
He's bad.
He sucks.
he's lost. It's just,
Dude, at shortstop, he's got over 10 errors.
here's the thing. He's regressed in all facets of his game, which is
In the last
terrifying in
month.
year 3.
yeah, not in one game though, Marty. Just got him over the course of the season. That's all right.
I'm gonna kill you.
If he had a 10 errors in one game, that'd be really.
He has no confidence. He has no approach. Actually, sorry, he does have confidence. He was quoted yesterday saying he feels good.
It's his third year. Like it's
not
not
getting
like
better.
It's first year.
Oh, he's getting worse.
First and second year was the same. Like second year, like oh maybe we get a little bit of jump. Same as the first. Now it's getting just worse. You see, Dominguez is getting better this season already. It's his first full year.
offensively anyway.
That's what I'll take.
Defensively.
We know that. But at least the offense is
he's
like
not
legit.
supposed to be our
nice.
shortstop. He's our left fielder. Who gives a fuck?
Well, it mattered
Doesn't matter that much.
mattered a lot.
Yeah, but at least
First
his
2 games that
Dominguez is back coming around like this is
Doesn't
very
matter that
encouraging.
much. It doesn't, and you know that.
Also,
I don't know. I literally saw him make 2 giant errors.
also went
Before this
4 for
weekend,
5
though,
in a game.
it had been not a problem.
They
So,
weren't
like,
errors technically because he couldn't.
this has not been
ran
like
bad routes.
this has not been a full season of like
Smart by him.
disaster. It was just a bad weekend for him defensively. Like he hasn't been that way all year.
Well, just
I like
stay
the
on
player.
The
I
offense
like the
is
player.
stay on
the
Anthony
offense
Volpe.
is
He's on the way
the
up.
offense
What can
is
you possibly
certainly.
defend Anthony Volpe for? Like seriously.
He's very frustrating where he's not getting better. That's a real issue. I like the player. You know, when you see a guy first year 22 have the year he had, a full season as Yankee shortstop, you're like, all right, there's something here. But you expect to see some growth, and we're not seeing it, especially in the last month. He looked really bad in that Mets series. I don't know. I'm almost thinking maybe just a change of scenery. I still think this guy has the talent to be a really good player.
695.
I don't
Yeah,
trust
what do
any
you-
ball hit to him. I don't trust him at the plate. Pretty big issue.
Where he's left the most runners on base in baseball.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is more. Just when you watch,
That's
it feels
tough.
like every time he rolled into that. Who were they playing? Trout. They rolled in that double play after Judge hit the homer, and they got. It was one of those where like first and second no out, and it's like like he's rolling to a double play here. Like you can just feel like he's just not clutch.
Yeah. Here's his issue. For 2 weeks, he will look like, holy shit, this is the guy they passed on Seager and Simeon and Correa for. But you just know for a fact that will be followed by 4 weeks of holy fucking shit. What is happening here? And yes, baseball is a game of ebbs and flows. His valleys are so much lower than what they need to be. Like it needs to be here. It's fucking it's mostly down here, and then he'll go up, and then you just know it's going back down. Nothing is sustainable with him, and that's the problem. I think also the team is starting to the front office is starting to realize he's not the future.
I also
From
think
things I've
moving on to other teams because I know we'll talk about Yankees and Mets for a while. If I was a Cleveland Guardians fan, I actually think that I would never watch a baseball game again. It's the most embarrassing franchise I've ever.
Jeff has summed it up pretty well on Twitter.
You're literally so close to the World Series last year. You've done nothing for your franchise. You didn't help it at all.
It got worse.
They traded away some guys like
Right away, Jimenez.
Dude, that
They
lead
They
is-
got a guy
that
that's
lead
that's
is-
apparently
Their bread and butter
games?
was
They're
defense,
40
fundamental baseball. They
that
traded
lead
away
is-
one of the best guys for that.
Dude, that
T-Best
lead
guy.
is
Yeah.
14 games in the Central.
crazy.
Tigers are
Insane.
14.
Tigers are good.
14 the last I checked. I
13
could
and a
be
half.
wrong.
3.5 right now.
13 and a half.
Tigers are good, but they're not that good where they should have 14 games.
I saw someone on
Guardians
Twitter.
lost 10 in a row.
Yeah.
If you look at the overall races, the Central is close because the Cubs only have a 4-game lead. But, like, are we really only going to get the AL East and the NL East in terms of, like, true races this year?
I could see
Central
the,
to be determined. But
Honestly,
dude, look at the
The
standings.
Astros are pulling away.
Yeah, Astros have a better record than the Mets. Everything else
They're
is
getting
like.
they're getting Jordan back.
I
Well, I
don't-
don't say NL West.
The NL West,
Oh, the Dodgers are up
Oh.
Dodgers are up by 7.
big.
You're getting wild card
The
races.
Giants can't at all.
Well, Rico, are you not counting
Dodgers
wild card
can't at
races?
all.
Dodgers are really
Come on,
I'm saying
division.
straight
They're
division
getting
races.
pitchers back.
Wild card is you're always going to get a wild
The only
card.
thing will be the NL Central, maybe if the Brewers maintain this.
I think the Brewers.
Right, but it's pretty much AL and
got
NL
Woodruff
East.
back.
yeah,
I think
That's
they're
it.
going to add too. I think. The
I don't
Brewers
know.
are
If they, are they going to spend money?
they never
they
do.
will
They
add.
never
They never
really-
add. They never spend
really
any
do.
fucking money.
They're not gonna, they don't have to spend money to trade.
For anything, it
They just
will
lost
be.
Reese Hoskins, too.
For anything, it's going to be if they don't trade. Like for a little bit, it was like, oh, they're trading Freddie Peralta. Now they'll hang on to him maybe, and they'll just go for this thing.
Might just be for a couple weeks, but yeah, Hoskins just went on the IL. The Brewers spent money. They have such a great. They have maybe the best manager in baseball, Pat Murphy. They have some really interesting young talent.
Good ballpark.
I never been. You been?
No, but it looks nice.
Looks nice. They have
Fascinating that they brought
a
in.
lot of things going
I
for
guess
them.
they got a good ballpark.
Oh, they got that
Astros haven't
slide
been.
They have a
back
cool
there.
slide. That's
Sick,
true.
yeah.
You know what's weird, Clemmer, is Council moves on the Cubs. He's been great there. They love him.
Yeah.
But then they got
Bad last
they ended up getting but
like
his
his first.
Tucker and
Hey,
it's a
yeah.
different. It's a
No, but yeah,
much
last
better
year
roster.
they were expecting a lot more out of.
I think they're happy with how these went, but I will say
they're
the
fucking
guy they
unreal.
replaced them with
I
though,
know, yeah.
Pat Murphy is something else.
By the way, did anyone watch the Cubs Cardinals last night? Poor
little
Mason
bit.
Wynn is talking. They got him on the interview on the field as the Cubs score like 8 runs.
Yeah, it was like what was it, 11?
He was literally interviewed the entire inning.
Last night was weird. There was a doubleheader, and then there was also a West Coast game.
There's 2 West Coast games.
No,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, no.
Sunday night baseball was a doubleheader, and then
I think it was like a 4th of July weekend thing.
Yeah,
or
that
whatever.
makes
But yeah, no, it was a 7 o'clock and a 9 o'clock or
Yeah.
something.
Because let me tell you, time change can really fuck you up.
Yeah.
6 hours. I was all I didn't know what I saw all those games yesterday. I'm like, how is this happening? I thought it was Sunday Night Baseball. It makes no sense.
You speak about Chase spending money. I was in the car with my dad for 6 hours this weekend, unfortunately going up to a wake and a funeral. So you start to, it gets quiet. You start to throw things out. Like, what do you think about the Mets, this and that? He threw out something that has yet to be talked about, and everybody's going to think it's
I'm
crazy.
excited for this.
I mean, if no one's
Crazy.
talking about it, and this is Mr. Bosco saying it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He thinks the Mets should go after Trout. Now, all right. His point is that he's always banged up.
I don't have no problem.
Nobody else wants to take the contract. He thinks you would still have to give up a lot, but it wouldn't be as much as previously. And that's the piece that you know what I mean? It's
the pieces that I don't.
it's a little bit of a risk to the Mets as well.
Mike Trout wants to go anywhere.
What?
I
don't think he's going anywhere as well. I think he's not going to want the limelight and shit like that. When you think about it, though, it's like, would if you put together a good offer,
I'm not a big batting average guy.
I think the Mets should at least should think about it for sure.
Mike Trout's batting average the last 2 years combined.
Bad. What,
220?
230?
Right, so there you go. So
27.
that's the point too. When you're on the phone, you call the Angels we want Trout, and the first thing is of course, and they laugh at you.
Left on that deal.
But the Mets have a little bit of back and forth of hasn't been great, banged up, you need to rebuild your franchise. A contract is killing you. He'll take the money.
That's unless the Angels would have to eat 3/4 of that deal to make it even worth it. Because
why would the Angels have to eat 3/4?
as much as Cohen is this rich guy,
he's underwater.
Stearns isn't bringing in that contract.
And also,
Stearns
for a
is
guy
too
that
smart to
can't-
bring in that contract.
You just be the DH, but you can go get a DH for $15-20 million a year. That's going to produce like Trout does. Because he's hitting 227 the last 2 years.
37 mil until the end of 2030. That's an abomination.
Who could take that on though? List out
Who
all
I
the
don't think
teams in the
anyone-
majors.
No, could there's
the
a
Mets.
few. There's
That's
a
it.
Mets, Dodgers,
Oh, I mean,
Right,
Yankees,
Dodgers, yeah.
like a few, but who would want to? None.
yeah. No one would.
You'd have to, unless the Angels were willing to pay down the deal.
Sometimes it's thinking a little bit outside the box.
I don't mind crazy
And also,
stuff.
I think there's always.
I think there's.
Dude, he's just a ticking time bomb too.
he's just getting worse.
No, but
Right,
not
so
even that.
again, you wouldn't
anything
have
else
to
in
give
this
up
call,
as
guys?
much
But he's
as
not worth $37 million a year
Right,
though.
but it's he's
anything
not going to
else
stay.
in
on
this
If you
call
look
either?
at what the final piece of that lineup would be,
Is he the final
Lindor,
piece?
Lindor, Soto, Alonso, Trout. That's Nimmo's hitting well. That's a great lineup.
I almost think it's more of a name now than anything. 'Cause,
Yeah.
he's not. If he was performing like he
I don't
was in
hate it.
2018, sure.
Yes.
But he's just not that.
not.
Then I'm.
His
then I'm
back's all
listening to you.
fucked up. He has the same thing Wright has with his back.
Right.
Bosco, I
You
think
have to
but-
give up less.
But any-
Same
Hey,
thing
that's a
I'd be
good
saying to
idea.
the
No. But
Angels.
any point in time that he could be out of baseball.
Yeah.
Saw it with David Wright. That's not worth $37 million a year for 5 years.
I think you can find a better guy.
these two. Let me tell you, these two wouldn't be fun on a car ride.
No.
You've been on cars. If you have fun.
You know it's bad when we're. You know it's bad when
Imagine
we're
you,
agreeing.
going back at his dad, being like, "No, the contract sucks."
I was he lists, it makes sense.
I don't mind the idea. I don't mind the philosophy of all right, go overspend for a guy that can be a DH for you, maybe a veteran guy that can. I don't mind that at all. The philosophy, I just the player I don't like.
If you took the money away, obviously, which is you can't. But if you put Trout in a lineup that he's very protected in, he probably would be a lot better.
I agree.
In the Angels.
Definitely not disagreeing with that.
Angels, you go play the Angels. I don't give a fuck. I can't name that Angels lineup. It's so crazy.
And they went and got a guy like Jorge Soler to try to. They have some nice players.
No, they're getting better.
Nito is everything Volpe should
getting
be.
better, but it's
Yeah.
getting close.
I like what Chone Figgins is doing this year.
Yeah, Sean. Yeah, Tim Salmon.
David
Aaron Anderson. Yep, they're good.
No, but the Angels are what are they? 500 or 43 and 46.
Oh, you know who's not having a bad year? Gary Matthews Jr.
I see what he did there. See what he did there? That's Bosco. He's feeling
Good job,
himself.
Bosco.
Bosco's feeling good.
Mr. Bosco, have any other acquisitions?
No, we listened to if you're a reader, he got the audiobook. He was in a bookstore in Carolina and looked it up. It was like $25 for the book. And he looked at the free library app, got it for free. It's an audiobook. It's basically 13 chapters of stories that have crazy twists with the cops it's called Framed. John Grisham's involved. I listened to one of them. It was like an hour and a half. It's fucking wild, dude. Some of these stories. So if you're a reader, go get Framed by the book.
Only got 13 chapters.
Love that.
It's 13 different stories. This
Like a little essay.
There's this
Oh, yeah,
guy
I thought
in
it was
like that.
13
There's this
chapters.
guy in Texas that the thing gets thrown out they bring in 4 different judges. They're all corrupt. The cops are corrupt, and this poor guy's getting fucking railroaded. It's wild.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I love those type of I don't read, but like documentaries I enjoy. No, those are reading.
I don't read.
Boston didn't read either. I can listen. to
Oh, I've read. When I want to read, I read vivaciously. It's just I don't have the
I'm reading the Gandolfini book right now.
Which one's that?
A biography about him. Very
Oh.
interesting. Very well done.
Anything else baseball before we move on to NBA?
I mean,
I have one.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Soto, no All-Star. I saw Yankee fans celebrating
Why would
that
Soto be
yesterday
an
on
All-Star?
Twitter. I'm just saying.
Why? Well, Yankee
Yankee fans were calling him a bum.
I just wrote a blog saying, like, I'm happy Kyle Stowers is going. It's good for the Marlins. I think that's good for baseball. But, like, why should he be? Because Juan Soto's having a great year. That's why he should be an All-Star.
Great,
Yes.
pretty good.
I think he's 4th in OPS in the National League.
He's woke up.
Would you take it over Alonso and Lindor?
What's the argument
Would
now?
one of them take? Would you take? I don't think they're giving it to.
Oh,
three of
right.
them, so
That's the
it's
thing,
like,
right. So
would you give it to?
I'm glad Lindor's going for the first time in his Mets tenure, and Alonso.
Lindor hasn't been to.
No, that's the thing. It's like
Oh my God.
but he was second MVP last year.
crazy.
Like that's it. Like
Oh, I know. That's
First
just
halves.
crazy to think
it's
about.
also like that's when people get all up in arms about the All-Star game. Like
I don't
all right,
care.
I still think All-Stars are flawed in
Yeah,
baseball
it's fun.
because they judge it on a half a year.
Exactly right.
It's so stupid.
Doing like there should be an All-Star team. I'm sure there is.
It
and
used
I
to be in
don't
the
fucking pay
60s.
attention to it.
Isn't
But at
it
the
half
end
the
of the
year?
year,
In the NBA does that.
what?
It's half
Yeah,
the
it
year
does
for everything
say that.
besides football.
No, they used to play an All-Star game at the end of the season in the 60s.
point.
MLB should have like
Yeah,
an
but no
all
one's doing
Good
that.
point about the NBA.
No, they did it for like 6 years and no one liked it.
Yeah,
no one liked it.
The NBA at the end of the year
Stop.
does all first team.
Well, NBA is also
Even that,
stupid.
they-
Like
Yeah, it's stupid.
Steph Curry doesn't play for the whole first half. He'll get in.
Yeah, he's in.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like
Right, NBA.
But in baseball, that would, with the vote, could happen too.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Definitely.
You see that stuff.
It's not worth. I don't think it's worth getting. I said I'm happy for the Marlins. Marlins fans and Rockies fans and White Sox fans should be able to celebrate.
Why
something.
is like Jazz? I don't think is an all-star.
He's had a pretty good year.
He's had a pretty good year.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think he's like an all-star.
People were up in arms about what was Candelario versus him. It was but I don't know. Jazz. He's played less
I
games. But
gotta
he's
tell
had
you what,
a pretty
I
good year.
really don't. I
Candelario.
Not
Never-
Candelario.
The guy you just
Not
got.
Candelario. Who's the fucking
Caminero?
Right? Caminero.
Oh, for the Braves.
You
Caminero.
care
Yeah.
about all-star snubs and shit?
Like when it's my guys. That's
Yeah, I think that's all the reason.
like
I
for
don't
other
care.
teams. I don't really care. Just the Yankees.
Julio Rodriguez should not be an all-star.
But I don't think there's anyone in the Yankees that got really like snub stuff. I think like Bellinger's been better than Rodriguez, but there's been other guys too better than Rodriguez.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I'll be like, oh, Bellinger, I'll fight for my
Goldschmidt
guy, but-
didn't get in, right?
No.
Oh, he's been.
He was like
ice
up there though.
cold.
At first. No, he's been so bad. I'm just saying.
He was second in voting. Or
Yeah, voting he was up there. That's the only reason.
You got off to a good start.
Yeah.
Like, if you know, that's the other thing. Fan voting. People could vote the first like 5 weeks of the season.
Really?
Yeah, that's when the
Yeah,
ballots
it's
come
fucked
out.
up. I don't get too jazzed up.
Julio Rodriguez isn't
I don't
good at
care
all.
I watch a little.
I'll watch the first 3 innings.
whatever.
And I'll enjoy it.
What do you think about Kershaw getting this commissioner
Love it.
selection?
Wish they did They took the last couple years off because they did it for Cabrera and Pujols back in 20.
Why? Because
Why'd
they
they
think
take it
it's
off?
the end of Kershaw's.
I guess so. I guess like
Throw a legend in there, yeah. Throw him
Yeah.
in.
I think it's
He
awesome.
said he didn't want to discuss it. He was kind of like he felt.
Well, because it's also like a Make-A-Wish thing. It's like
Yeah.
It's
But
like
it's not. It's
He's got
more-
9.
No, it's
he's having
not.
an okay
a
year.
little bit.
No, it's
I
like
disagree.
It's
I-
lifetime
you
achievement.
don't
could not
deserve it.
disagree more.
No, it's
no.
lifetime achievement. It's
Yes.
not Make-A-Wish.
That's fine.
different.
But it's also like, why would you want to talk about it when it's like you don't deserve it to be that there, and it's like
It's just awkward,
commissioners
yeah,
put
it's
you in.
like-
It's
It's
awkward.
pretty awesome. It's a
I
great
like
way
it.
to like be
I
like,
like
hey,
it, but it's
honor
awkward.
great players. I think it's such a cool thing. Every sport should do it.
He's 4-0 in 9 starts, 3.43 ERA, 32 Ks, 14 walks. So like,
They were
been
really
solid.
chasing that. Were you talking about Kershaw?
yeah,
They were really chasing him to get the 3,000 strikeout. They were just leaving him out there.
He would have died.
He would
after
have thrown
that.
200 pitches if he didn't
I
get
think
there.
they wanted him to do it before the All-Star game was
That's what I'm
announced too. Yeah,
saying.
that's why for this legend.
My one thing is, we talked about beginning of the year, a bet to make for the worst record in baseball. We got to give some. The Marlins have actually been on a good run here,
Better record than the Braves.
dude.
really?
Good for the Marlins.
I don't know what happened to the Braves. They can't win a baseball game.
They
A lot of guys getting hurt, bad
knows.
luck. Like they've had this
That-
weird.
Schwellenbach broke his elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time. Well, the Braves aren't in the race, so they're a bad example. But like, if you look at the standings, I say it all the time. You don't make a move at the deadline, you're like 5 out, 6 out of your division, where it's like, still you could still talk about them. Like it's not a it's not a miracle. You need a little bit of help. But 5 games from the All-Star break on, those division leads happen like that. We see the Mets blew fucking 7 in 2 weeks. But those happen. And then if those teams don't make a move, they're an auto bet against like the rest of the way. It's like, okay, we were floating. We don't make a move. Now we're just drowning. The Braves do seem like I know they're already bad, but the Braves seem like they're just going to be apathetic in the
They
second.
should sell.
The Red Sox are.
And I think they have a lame duck manager.
I think
too.
the
Really
Red
think
Sox
they
are in a
should
bad
sell? They got
spot.
all those guys locked up young, though. I thought
There's some guys that they've
I
some.
thought the
guys
Braves were set up like for greatness.
They are, but they could sell some people. They're not going to sell like those guys, but they could sell some people. But I think the Red Sox are in a bad position because I don't think they have any chance to make the playoffs, but they are in a good spot.
They have a
You have some young players though that you could like ride out there and just kind of have some
2.5
fun
out of the
with.
wild card.
Yep.
Oh, I know. I just don't think they're very good still. Like I really.
They're going to trade Duran. I would be stunned if they don't trade Duran.
I'd like him on the Mets.
That could be a guy.
That's someone I
think they definitely trade Duran.
be a great fit. And now Marte's hurt. I don't know if you guys saw at the end of the game last night.
Was it cramping or an injury?
I think he's going to go on the IL.
Durant disappoints me. I thought he was going to be so much better.
Yeah, he's had a down year for sure.
Yeah.
He really
What
has.
happened? What's going on? with you?
Like, I don't know.
What do you?
Stop talking.
Because Liam was talking. See,
Oh.
we all have headphones.
I
on.
can't hear, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
what
Liam was
happened?
saying
Sorry,
Durant should
I
have
was
been better.
talking Red Sox.
Liam's disappointed. In,
My bad, Liam. I'm slightly.
Liam,
He was just saying
I'm a
Durant should be
resident Red
better.
Sox fan here.
Should be better than he's having a down year.
he is. And
100%
but I still like the player though, Liam. I think he's still, and he'd be a perfect fit for the Mets. Where
It's not the best defender.
I
no,
do too.
but we can kind of.
Did you get water in here?
I agree.
Dude,
I agree.
yeah.
You know who's been really bad, like
Well-
still really bad since he got sent down? Christian Campbell. He's completely lost.
still bad in AAA.
Yeah, I just saw a few things there. It's not.
Roman Anthony hasn't been great.
I think he'll be good though.
Anthony's picked it up.
I do too. Mayer's been great though. I think.
I like Anthony a lot.
I like Anthony a lot.
I mean,
Yeah,
obviously,
I like
he's a top
Anthony's
prospect.
upside a lot.
Are you worried the Red Sox are going to catch the Yankees?
Dude, I think anyone can catch the Yankees.
I'm really down on them.
With how vulnerable they are,
Yeah.
I'm not worried.
they have to make massive changes.
These guys say it's going to be fine.
It will be.
I think they'll be aggressive at the deadline. I
can't
thought
play
they
this
already were
bad.
going to. Now they're like 100% going to.
That's the only blessing in
Have to.
disguise if like this run really puts the urgency in them. Like the fact that they continuously play.
Look how bad
Manu
we
at
played.
second and Jazz at third.
And we're
is
in
fucking-
first in the wild card still. Like it's not like we're like now we're like chasing. Like we're played the worst baseball you can possibly.
Their
play.
July schedule doesn't get better, and them. Like I
Yeah,
said,
but we're good. Like I know it doesn't get better, but we're still good.
with them being down Clark.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Clark
It's like,
injury
I don't know
really
if we are
fucks
still
things.
that good. Like the rotation isn't that great.
It's
But see,
obviously-
now-
Reed and Rodon I like a
I'm
lot.
saying now they will get a start. Like I think there's no doubt now they will get a starting pitch.
they have to.
Who's your starting rotation? Because Yarbrough is out too. Like who's your
That's the
starting
problem.
rotation?
That's the problem. Is Schmidt's injury
Not
makes
good.
it so Stroman has to stay.
Yeah,
And that's a massive fucking problem.
He's their 4 starter. Who's the 5th? I don't even know.
I don't think we have.
But Hill's going to be back soon.
Well, so
He
that's
hasn't had a rehab start yet. What if
But he is like he's starting this. Like,
what if the rehab start goes
With an
bad? You
all-star
can't
break-
count on a guy who hasn't had a rehab start yet. It's
But
crazy.
you're counting on it.
he's
You're
coming-
counting on people coming back for your fucking team.
Because they've had rehab starts.
Oh my God, like-
what?
They're
We have
coming.
starts. We're not
no,
doing
they're
this.
coming back in this rotation.
Dude,
this rotation of pitchers, those guys are going to be in the
So
rotation.
he pitched against
That
the
makes sense?
Yankees in scrimmage.
No, but-
He pitched against the Yankees in scrimmage. He looked good. There was video of it. He looked good. So like he's still like pitching.
I think he's going to come back and he'll be fine. I'm with you, but until he's there though, and not only that, but now
right. But Manaya's not there, and he's had setbacks.
no, Manaya is going to.
But he's had setbacks at this
He
point.
has.
Like, he almost-
That's to my point. What if he'll have setbacks?
oh, I'm not saying we can count on
Like
him.
Manaya's literally coming
was about
back
to say,
on Friday.
They have a guy making his MLB debut tomorrow, Schlittler, who actually is
Who is an interesting
crazy
prospect.
strikeout numbers. Like he's a fun guy. That's your 5 guy right now.
I don't mind that. Actually, I think he's much better than like bringing back
Warren and Schlittler are way above fucking Stroman. I know Stroman looked okay in his start against you.
Yeah,
I look at
okay.
this.
Yeah, he did. He did.
I look
Through
at
the game, they had a winning chance, but like I don't trust
literally
that at all.
last year, right?
Schlitter is interesting.
He is.
I'm just sorry.
The Yankees. No, the Yankees. When I look at it last year, right? You had Garrett Cole, so I switched Cole and Fried. They're like,
Yeah.
it's the same exact thing what you're getting, and it's fucking incredible, Fried. The pitching staff after that, Rodon wasn't even this good last year.
Rodon's
It
better
wasn't
this year.
great.
He's starting to tail, but,
Yeah, but
he has had a very good
Gotta
year.
give him
right?
credit. He's
100%.
been good.
100%.
Like,
He needs the break.
and then after Nestor Cortez wasn't great. We went through that whole thing. We have 2 guys in that lineup that aren't in the major leagues right now.
That's the problem.
What?
Wait, what are you saying?
He's talking about last year.
Oh,
Very last
Verdugo
year.
and Rizzo.
Two guys in the Verdugo and Rizzo.
Well, guess what? DJ should be part of that. He's another
Sure,
one.
but I'm saying like there's a lot of people that last year that we were worse.
You had
really
Soto
bad.
last year.
Yes, but we were also guys that are really, really bad. And Bellinger's been good for us. Like Bellinger's been
He's been solid.
been good for us.
Goldie's
Where it's-
tailed off.
Yeah, but he was still fine. Like he still was pretty good for us for a while.
Grisham's
We
been
just-
good.
What?
Grisham.
Yeah, Grisham's good. Jazz been good. Like there's still things that we have that we obviously need to add, and we're gonna add no matter what. That's why I'm not
They must
crazy
add
worried.
Suarez.
The AL is
I want
so bad.
Wouldn't want him?
I want him.
To me, it's like
gonna cost a fortune.
They must. I think it's going to cost Spencer Jones and some. But
Well,
you
get
must.
Spencer Jones out of here. He's good. We don't pluck and ever bring him up.
No, there's no room for
Like
him.
29.
You're trading. There's no room for him.
How old is he?
25.
Yeah,
That's
what are we doing here? Just
He lose a
get him
year.
away.
He lost a year and a half with COVID.
I know, but at
Miners
some point
didn't-
you gotta like.
Yeah, but it's 25. Just
No,
get
but
rid of
no,
him.
this is the time to trade him because he's raking in.
Yeah, get rid of him now.
And he was killing it in Double-A to end. So there's no room for him. I think he'll be traded. But you must get Suarez. You can't settle for Arenado or Ryan McMahon. You got to get Suarez. That's the thump you need in the lineup. Must.
Let's move on to NBA. Where did we leave off? I don't remember where we left off on Friday and like what have we
I did
talked about.
I did the draft here. I covered the draft
Uh-huh.
Thursday, and then Friday was the second.
Like what was like with the Durant?
we got to talk Dame.
17
No,
trade.
we got to talk the Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks.
I think we got to talk Bucks to start.
Game cut.
What they did with Dame.
Yeah, it's kind of it was
It's
crazy.
fucking insane.
Spread the money out. For
that destroys a franchise for 5 years. I mean that
Is anyone saying
That's
it's
a
a good
poison
move?
pill.
Like anyone in
Giannis didn't like it.
no.
which is
Like,
crazy.
he's-
Like why wouldn't
and
he
he's the
like
only
it?
one that it should matter.
Yes, I
Likes it
agree.
or not.
He should like it. I mean, I guess.
I just think if he's serious about wanting to play for a real team, you got to ask for a trade. I feel like he just doesn't want to be the guy that asks for a trade because I think he is like the humble superstar. But at some point, if you really want to be like you're just wasting his prime.
It's because he signed last year and like now you're right. I think he wants to be like, oh, I want to be humble. I
He's
want.
like, look at the moves they made. Like they just signed re-signed Ryan Rollins and fucking like a bunch of scrubs. Like
The pace Turner.
they-
Turner. This was all for
Turner. That's right. They got Turner.
Turner's essentially.
They basically got Turner for Brook Lopez. He's in the Clippers now.
Which I get. I was done with Lopez. You can move on from Lopez.
Just like re-signed like
you
they're
guys
like
aren't mad about them getting Turner though, right?
No, but when you factor in the Dame thing, the Turner move technically cost him $50 million a year for the next
Well,
5
the Dame
years.
move.
What does it do?
I'm saying
Like, what does
just-
Turner do for them?
Well, it just
He's
good.
He's an upgrade from Lopez at Lopez's age.
But like,
Yeah.
it's like a slight upgrade.
No, I know. I agree.
No, but they filled the spot.
And they have no guards still. They have no guards.
Dame hasn't signed anywhere yet, right?
No.
No,
Everyone's saying Boston.
I mean he won't play most of next year.
I don't know. Was it Marcus Spears saying he could be an All-Star break guy? I don't know if you have any idea how an Achilles surgery
Yeah,
works,
it's
but
very,
like,
like-
he's not playing next year. He's 38 years old.
Hey, I mean, Jason Tatum was in the pool. today.
36, whatever it is.
in the
Tatum's younger though. It's so much easier. Like Dame, that's gonna
Tatum
be
probably isn't,
fucking
you know,
tough to come back from.
Not going to see him next year either. So yeah, I wouldn't think.
There's just no world where the Bucks roster can compete. And
No.
other East teams, like I know, obviously, like the Celtics and like Pacers are going to be like not as good as they were last year. But other teams are coming up, like Magic are better.
funny thing is,
Hawks
though,
are
Pistons.
better.
The funny thing
Pistons
is-
are going to be better. Like
They can compete, but not for a not saying for a championship, but they can
Yeah,
compete just because of Giannis. Like if they just give them something.
They're not a top four
but
seed.
they don't have anything.
They're not a
else
top four
anymore.
seed though.
Well, dude,
No, I
the,
agree.
the
So then
four,
what's the point of the Dame
top
thing if you're not
four
top
is pretty bad. It's Knicks.
Compared to the West, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's Knicks,
Cavs.
Cavs, definite, right?
Boston.
What?
Boston.
No,
Oh, Orlando.
Which Boston?
I
You
don't
don't
think
know.
Boston's still in the top four in
do
the
not at
East.
all.
Oh.
I think
Really?
I think the Magic
with who?
are.
I mean, 3 of their like big 5 is
Who's
gone.
4? Yeah,
Orlando. Did you say Orlando?
I thought it was
For
3.
this year at least.
Who else did they lose?
Porzingis?
It could be in Atlanta. It could be
Holiday.
Philly.
Oh, Atlanta. I think Atlanta.
Yeah, it could be Philly too.
I also think Philly's
Yeah,
gonna
Philly
be.
can be better.
I think Philly's gonna be good
If
next.
Philly, dude, they.
Why? What they do?
I think VJ Edgecombe's
Some
gonna be
people are
good.
healthy.
I think that McCain's full season's gonna be good. Paul George is. I don't know
I wouldn't
what
count on
happens
him.
with him, and
Wouldn't
it's also just.
Maxey, obviously.
Maxey
back
was
from
hurt.
injury.
I think
Embiid
there's.
plays at all.
And B plays a little bit.
Anything. Like,
I just think
wild.
that I think they definitely got better. I think the Hawks made
Hawks
some
definitely
really
got
good
better.
moves. I really do. I think they made great
And
moves.
they're getting Jalen Johnson back from
Yeah.
injury.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson back. You obviously
That's
have.
not a guy I root for though.
Yeah,
That
I don't
whole
love
Duke
him.
arc is weird.
Believe me, I don't.
Honestly,
love
kind of hilarious that he fucked you guys over and then has been become a great NBA player.
him. Believe me, I know. He played like 13 games, and it's like
You
year
guys
was that
sucked
for
that
him?
year.
Huh?
2021? Is that when you missed the tournament?
Yeah, I'm
It was
pretty
the
sure.
COVID year, right? Or was
Yeah.
it was that the
Yeah, it was
after?
2021.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
crazy
it was
thing with
bad.
the Bucks, though, so like Dame was going to be an expiring after this year, which makes him then valuable. Coming off of an injury, you could trade him, but like it's almost like Giannis, like you have to do this. So like I refuse to believe that
But then Giannis, said he
Giannis
didn't
had to
like
have
the
signed
move.
off on this, or they just
When did
did it. And they're like,
Giannis say it?
hopefully he does. I don't know.
I don't, like, who said it? He said it.
Spears, right? And so,
Didn't
whoever
he have a weird
reported it,
tweet? He also had,
Giannis
like,
is
a
married
odd
to like
tweet.
someone in his
His
family.
tweet was like he was surprised. I thought.
Giannis is married to that guy's family, so like that guy knows when.
I
Giannis
agree with Ev though. I do think Giannis doesn't want to be the guy to say
Of course he does.
I got to make a trade.
I mean, dude, look at what like.
You look at how he carries him. It's like he's fun-loving guy. Like
What is the,
it
like-
doesn't look like he wants to be the villain.
The way I look at it, right? Like LeBron right now, right? Because he's the guy that says trade me, and everyone clowns him, kind of. You know. He's
All right,
trying to get
hold-
traded right now.
Oh, he is trying to get. That's the narrative.
LeBron?
He put out a weird
Yeah.
statement.
Yeah.
No, we're saying nothing's been like.
It's
constant-
basically
No, all right. So
trying-
I wasn't familiar with that. But to that point in his career, LeBron has never once thought about being traded. That's just how it is. I mean, he's a superstar in the
That's
stratosphere.
just for right now.
For right now.
Literally, it's for right now.
You
'Cause
didn't see any of that? What he did?
Nope.
So like he opted in to his 1-year options. You only do that if you're gonna try and get traded.
And then he put out a weird statement saying, like, I know the Lakers are thinking of the future.
championship. He's trying to get a championship. Like
Wait, what?
So if he opts
How does
out,
opting in?
I'll explain it. So if he
I love
opts out and
that.
becomes a free agent, it's a lot harder for teams to just like bring him in.
Who has the cap space? But if you
If you-
opt in, then you can trade salary for salary and you can make it work.
Got it.
And if he was going to stay long term, he would have opted out and signed an extension.
Correct.
Which
Right,
he didn't
and
do.
just
That
got-
him not
and-
doing that was a telltale sign that like he clearly is thinking about going for
but
one
also
more
look
run
at the
with
Lakers.
somebody
What
else.
have they done?
They
I
brought
know
in
they
Aiden.
have Luca, but
and they lost
and DeAndre Ayton.
Finney
who's-
Smith.
DFS, yeah.
Dude, LeBron is going to hate playing with DeAndre Ayton.
I don't think LeBron's gonna be a Laker.
Did they get Aiden
Yes.
Yeah, right.
officially?
Yeah,
I think
I'm
so.
sorry, I missed
think
that.
so, yeah.
I don't think.
Why
he'll be
wouldn't
a Laker.
LeBron be jazzed up for him and Luca though? To like, I know they have nothing else around
Dude,
it.
Ayton
But,
is a soft.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know,
not good.
but it's
Did
just
you see a
him and
hit piece in the
Luka.
Athletic about him?
Saying him and Luca
It was
together.
like-
That's a hell of a package.
Well, they needed like a defensive big, not like a soft, like can score a little bit.
They were saying Ayton does like everything wrong. He's like the worst person.
He
ever.
is.
That,
He's a
that,
terrible
that
teammate.
Athletic piece was so basically written by the Suns.
That's gotta suck.
And the Trailblazers. It was
You
so
got the
funny.
number one pick. Who else was in his draft? It wasn't 2 and 3 or 3 and 4. Like really good in that
Misses
draft.
flights.
It was Luca draft, right?
Yeah, it was Luca and who else?
Oh yeah. Yes,
Like
it was
Trey
Luka
Young
draft.
was in
It
that
Luka
draft.
He said he's
because they were like now they have them
That's
both.
what it was.
A
Yeah.
bunch of there's like a lot of good. I think Shea maybe was in that
yeah.
draft.
But that's gotta
There's a
suck if
very-
you're the
that draft. Like,
Ayton,
you're the
Bagley,
Suns. What is it?
Ayton, Marvin Bagley went 2.
Kings.
Luka went 3. Jaren Jackson 4. Trey Young 5.
Oh, all right.
Amazing
Obama
that you're the
6.
Kings. You got Bagley out of that.
Carter, Sexton, Knox, Mikal Bridges,
good, I mean, good.
Yeah,
good
some
lottery.
good guys.
and then
Good lottery.
Shea went 11th.
Elite.
Yeah,
I mean that sucks if you're the no.
Good
you know,
Trey.
if you're the
Shea,
Suns,
like
you
That's
find
tough
you
for,
get a
like-
number one pick and you just whiff
The
on
number
it.
two
you
pick.
look at
You
the
you
did
need
Knicks,
a ball
too.
handler. There was one to have. They were all there.
Let's see if there's anyone even
In
like
that
Grayson
Like Sexton's like okay.
Athletic piece, they were saying he's in the locker room. He just starts singing, and I guess it annoys everybody. The piece was crazy. It's a wild piece. If you have Athletic,
actually
check it
really
out.
funny.
It's very funny. I guess he'll start singing or talking to himself and annoying everyone. It's very funny.
So who did the Hawks? They added Luke Kennard, who's
That
I
in
think is a good
NAW.
piece. Yeah, which is I think also a good piece. I think they just added things for the East, what they need, and around Trey Young, I think it was a pretty good.
And then they also, even though I've said I love Derek Queen, they went down 10 spots and just got an unprotected first rounder next year from the Pelicans.
One of the worst trades ever.
And
I still stand. I love Derek Queen.
And
I-
it was. I knew that trade was bad and unprotected.
Dude, and it's what's ever better between them or the Bucks. Whatever pick conveys.
Dumars is basically betting that the Pelicans are going to be like a playoff team, which is a wild bet
Dude,
to me.
you could have taken.
Wild.
You could have like so.
That's nuts.
I think.
I can't stress. I love both their draft picks. Like I love Fears and Queen.
Yeah.
As players, just the players, I like them both
here-
a lot.
Simmons brought up a good point. He was like, "You think if they said, hey, this pick's top 7 protected, they would have said no? No, they would have taken
fair.
the trade.
It's a fair point.
Like you just didn't need to trade an unprotected pick for
Yeah.
that. We were
Sometimes,
down
like,
10 spots.
I
and
really
then
wanted like the
Hawks end up
GMs
get-
to have
sorry,
like
They
a,
took Ozanua, who I also
who
really
they,
like.
who they
I love
wanted
Ozanua.
him
Shout out
there. They
Monford,
wanted him 10
Coach
spots.
Boyle.
Love
Coach
Ozanua,
Cohen.
so, yeah.
Austin Newell's good.
like I'd love to hear that conversation of the GMs, and he's like, yeah, unprotected. And they like
Dude, they hung up
viewed it and
immediately.
Like,
They
you
were like,
guys sure? Like, is he fucking with me?
Dude, he probably took
Yeah,
that
it
call
should
by
be released.
himself,
It
and
should
he
be a
was like,
it should be a pay-per-view. You pay for those phone calls.
I would pay for that. I would actually pay for that. I think that'd be such a good.
Or the draft rooms. Like your draft room should be fucking publicized.
I mean, I
That's the
think
famous one with Justin Jefferson. Right?
honestly, I think the
What was that?
Yeah, when the
Yeah, it's when they took Jalen
the
Reagor.
Eagles
Right.
And the Vikings were literally, their whole room started laughing.
the Eagles passed, right?
They took Jackson or Jefferson the next pick.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's funny because, I mean, the Eagles have hit on like every pick.
Oh, no, it
Yeah,
didn't matter.
and
The
won a
Eagles-
Super Bowl.
Imagine
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson was on the Eagles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've hit on every single one.
Dude, I honestly think the Giants ruined it for everybody. Of like how
It'll
much
never be
bad
an
press
off-season
they
Hard Knocks.
got. I'm saying I think they
took such bad.
That was not-
hard- they literally ended. Every team basically said, "Fuck you." We're
Yeah, I wouldn't do it either after
Oh, it's
seeing
crazy.
not- How could you?
One thing that we haven't talked about is you guys have a new coach.
We do, Mike Brown.
that. You guys are so that's you have to be like
That got
from
weird.
went from
They're Dawn
this to this.
Staley's in the mix. Like,
Yeah,
that-
it's a lateral move.
Dude, I was getting shit on.
Is it a lateral move?
I think
Happy
so.
about Mike Brown.
Mike Brown's like a good coach. I don't think he's like some
Fine.
Hall of
Mike Brown
Famer.
just doesn't, in my mind, it's like,
but I don't think you fire Tibbs for Mike
that's,
Brown.
that was,
No,
more,
that's
that was
the
more
point.
my shocking.
That's
Like,
the-
that they clearly didn't, the plan was not Mike Brown. The plan was so clearly Jason Kidd. And they thought they were going to get him from Dallas. And then Dallas kept him.
Did they
and then had
fucking
to pick.
ask before firing Tibbs?
Obviously not.
See, that's what I thought was going to
crazy.
happen
It's
when
crazy.
they fired Tibbs. I thought the next day they had someone like Kidd lined up.
Yes.
Done. He's gone there. They worked behind the scenes. You know, Wes and Leon, they did their thing. They very much clearly didn't get what they wanted, and they had to settle for Mike Brown.
Jason Kidd, you guys are so high on Kidd. I don't get that. I mean,
Better than Mike Brown.
Mike Brown's had a lot more success.
He's had a lot longer.
no
of a
playoff
time, I
success.
feel like.
He's had a lot. He's had more. Well, I guess except for that. And well, what's let's see. What is so Brown is
He brought the LeBron team to
Brown has
the,
50
LeBron.
playoff wins.
That's also LeBron.
No, I'm just saying the things that he's done. We're talking resume. He went to a finals.
So did
He was coach of the year 2
Right.
years ago with the Kings.
He has 19 more playoff wins than
The
Jason Kidd.
Kings and the Kings have been horrific.
LeBron.
The Kings have taken a big downslide since he left.
Yeah, he had Giannis.
I thought the
he
Kings
had-
were
positive.
Pointing out like just
He built. There was something good with Sacramento, and it just like they reached a limit with their roster, and the Knicks have a better roster. So like you,
I think none of this matters. I think when you have Tibbs and you go completely lateral to Mike Brown, it's like when you make the Eastern Conference Finals, you have to, and you thinking about firing your coach, you need to have a home run hire quickly. Every team has I'm trying to think of another team that's done that recently, where it's like had a pretty successful coach, but then they hired someone that was a home run hire. I can't remember right now, but like that's crazy. When that's what Mike Brown, I'm like, that was just like, I guess we got to hire him.
But I think it
That's what
also
it got
was
down to.
clear
No,
they,
you got to
like-
hire somebody.
But everything that the stuff that came out kind of after the season, obviously they were very clearly frustrated with Tibbs. Like they were done. They were just kind of like, I think they were just over Tibbs. I think that a lot of the players probably were just kind of done with it. Bridges talk about the end of the season, the minutes and all that, not playing the rotation. Like the Knicks, and now the Knicks, Mike Brown's gonna have a better rotation. I like Clarkson and Yabu. Like those are big. upgrades to the bench.
love their signings.
Like, I like the way you put like Clarkson just over Payne. Massive upgrade. Yeah, massive upgrade of bench.
He's not a
Yabu.
defender, but neither was Cam.
Got him on a veteran minimum.
And Yabusele can lock up,
Yabu-
and he shoots threes.
Yabu to me is much better than like a Precious or like anyone like that.
Absolutely.
Like, way better.
No, their moves to extend the rotation have been
Yes,
fantastic.
they legitimately have a 9 now. They have a legit 9-man rotation that you can like trust.
Tibbs takes a year off and then he gets a job next year, right?
I think he does like TV
lost
this year,
it,
and then
yeah.
he'll get back in.
Get a job.
How old is he? The only thing is his age with him.
It's NBA
Late
coaches
50s,
though.
I
Like
think
the
he's
guy-
late 50s.
I think that's a guy who
He's a
just
little
needs
older than that?
basketball in his
60
life.
maybe.
it's NBA coaches.
Isn't it crazy you
No,
guys
it's
didn't
just
interview Mike Malone
Keep coming back. Yeah, I still think
View
Lenny.
that as the lateral move, right?
Same
over
guy.
Mike Brown?
But I think they
His
wanted to
problem
change
is
in,
Mike
like,
Brown
mental.
keeps coming
They
around.
wanted to change in like just
Dude, Mo-
psyche. Like
One of
the way you
Malone's
run
biggest issues with the Nuggets was that he wouldn't extend the bench.
the exact
The
same
problem.
problems.
Like he wasn't playing. I forget. I'm blanking.
Malone gets
It
a
was young
job
guy they
somewhere
weren't
though.
playing.
He's got a fucking
Like, he's
ring.
playing
Malone gets a
Westbrook.
job.
Westbrook, he
somewhere.
was
not enough like
No.
Peyton Watson and like guys
Malone
like that.
100% gets a job.
I
Somewhere.
thought he was doing his job with you guys.
No, I'm terrified the Knicks were going to get him. I hate him.
He
Yeah, I didn't want him either.
was kind of good last year, no?
they benched him at the end of the year because they realized
Wasn't
they could win without him.
numbers like
Tibbs
not
is
bad?
67.
He chases.
that
He's
old? I
always
thought
a
he was like
stat
60.
pattern.
I don't know if he does get a job.
Why would the Nuggets need Westbrook when they have a point guard of the future?
Well, he's more of a shooting guard. You say he's a point guard?
He could play either way.
No.
It's basketball. Just give me players.
Jokic is playing point guard.
Yeah, basically.
I had a
Like
good
center
debate.
when he
I'm
wants.
gonna have to get a CB jersey.
I had a debate with a buddy, and I wonder where you guys side. Jokic or Giannis, who exits their prime first?
Ooh.
Giannis, I think, right?
I
Isn't
would
he
think
a little
Giannis
bit
is more
older.
physical.
I think Jokic, because he's just gonna be like,
No. I'm gonna say Jokic, and I think it's because Giannis, like, he relies so much on the athleticism and all that. Like,
That's what I said.
Jokic is skill. That stuff, like, you can.
He's a
hang around.
genius.
You can hang on skill and like mental, the IQ.
Better shooter, obviously. Giannis can't shoot for
Yeah,
shit.
I think Jokic is
Better passer,
easy
Jokic.
Actually,
I think it was Jokic fairly
like,
easily
if Jokic
too. But
loses a step, like, who gives a fuck?
it's kind of like
If Giannis loses a step,
He already
what are we
doesn't
gonna
have
do
a
now?
right.
it's kind of like
That's the point.
Like,
That's the
But I guess maybe his point was like
like
defensively,
Dirk.
Giannis will be
Dirk,
really good
like,
for a while.
lost his step, and he
They're
could.
the same
You
exact
know,
age.
it's
Good
a
question.
little
They
bit
are.
like it's probably gonna be big. I always thought Paul Pierce was never the fastest guy on the court.
Wasn't.
He wasn't.
Wasn't.
He never was.
But he was
Very
he was
deliberate.
unbelievable.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like that's I look a little
Am I
bit.
wrong?
Jokic.
Knew where his spots were on the court to
Right.
get to.
Yes.
Yeah. Knows how to
Dirk-
play. Does the right
lost
thing.
a
Like
step, but he still had a shot. Like he still
Yes.
stayed around a lot.
He had good
more
instincts,
longer.
too.
Yeah.
here's the other thing too. Like if Jokic's shot goes down a little bit and his scoring goes down a little bit, as long as he can still is a threat to put it in, he could just become a beast even more with assists.
He will get worse
like-
defensively, though. He will be like picked apart defensively as he gets older. It's like Giannis, I guess, will be a better
Yeah.
defender for longer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
So that's like the side of you're.
I'm just
picking
saying,
Giannis
yeah.
for.
If Jokic's scoring goes down, like he's still going to be able to distribute.
The thing with
ball.
Giannis is like when you lose that physicality, he's not a shooter.
right?
So you're going to lose a lot more
Also,
offense.
isn't
quickly.
Giannis a little bit older?
They're the exact same age.
Oh, the
So
exact
it's a
same
fun, it's a fun little debate.
Same birthday?
Same year.
So not the exact same age.
Wow. They're both 30, so that's exactly the same.
See Kevin Love's tweet today because he got traded in that 3-team trade.
Yeah, he's like, I never thought
Never
it'd
thought
be
it'd
a
be
math
a
problem.
math problem. Welcome to the NBA. That's going. Kevin Love probably was like, having a good life in Miami, like good spot.
Where is he going now?
Utah.
Does he just retire?
I saw that tweet
Or-
and I was
or
like,
the
you gotta
assassin
retire.
period.
You gotta just retire.
Like,
Like,
Liam?
again,
Kevin Love have a phenomenal career. Like it was a weird career, kind of, right?
Great career.
great
Yeah.
career.
He's a Hall of Famer.
His Instagram is so funny now that I refuse it's him. It can't. It has to be somebody else.
Oh yeah, he's just having a good time.
His Instagram is fantastic.
Yeah.
He's always had a good sense of humor.
I know, but he's like incredibly
He
funny.
was also he went to the like mental health
Yeah.
stuff too,
Big time.
right? Like he was a big
That helps.
Also, he's a
When
funny
I did,
transformation. He went from like when he came out of high school, college, like chin strap, like very like white chocolate Kevin
yeah.
Love, and then into like accountant Kevin Love.
He was on Entourage.
Yeah, like very like the like classic like just like white guy haircut.
Yep.
When
Like,
I did-
seeing his
Uncles from the Beach Boys.
When I did PMT,
So-
like one of the
This is
coolest
tough
dudes
'cause
I've ever
You
met.
don't have your headphones in, and he's talking. So like, but
I literally I wouldn't be able to hear.
Aren't
anything.
the headphones
but
right there?
You
Wouldn't
think
be
we're
able to hear.
silent,
Wouldn't
but
be
he's
able to
talking.
Can't hear anything.
Can't hear.
Great. So how are you hearing this?
Barely.
All right.
I hear you guys. I can't. I haven't heard them the entire time.
So when he's talking, we're silent. So Marty just thinks
Yeah,
we're not
I find
talking.
like, I gotta. Oh, you're good, Leo. You could. It's on me
We're good.
completely.
We're good.
Scumbag.
grown man with swimmer's ear.
It's bad,
It's crazy.
bro. It's bad.
What's more frustrating than that?
You're a
Pickups or
scumbag.
swimmer's ear?
Asshole.
Swim is here.
You think?
I'm
of shit.
literally.
Pickups don't go away. Like
hearing
for an
any of
hour.
I can hear you. I can't hear them.
Shit.
You guys should do that.
Piece of shit. Marty sucks. Fuck him.
See, I didn't hear.
Go ahead, Liam. What were you saying? When you did PMT?
Oh, he's getting up. There we go.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
No, Kevin Love, one of the coolest dudes I've ever met. I remember we went down to the Hamptons and interviewed him, and he had this collection of he had 50 Stone Cold Steve Austin vintage T-shirts.
That's awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no. He's the coolest dude I've ever met, probably.
Dude.
Kevin Love is up there.
Going off that, he was just saying he had 50 Stone Cold Steve Austin T-shirts in his Hamptons house. It's he just had a cool collection of shit. I saw a video over the break. Tony Parker had people over his house,
So
and he has a secret door, it's a fingerprint or whatever,
awesome.
and it's just all of his trophies and jerseys.
wow,
It's
that's
this
very cool.
Very all very nice wood and all that. It's it's just a secret not a man cave because you don't really do anything in there, but it's just his little Hall of Fame, I guess.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was Kai Cenat,
sick-
right?
Yeah.
That's he like rented his house or something to use for like a weekend or something like that.
That's a cool thing to do when you're really rich and like your career's over. Like you just have like a secret room that just like honors you.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins has like a little one of those.
Kirk Cousins has a cool one.
He has like kind of like he has all like the mannequins.
Was it a secret room though? I know that it was on the Netflix show.
It's not like super secret. It's kind of just like a little room, but it's similar where there's not you don't really do anything
Right.
in the room.
Parker's was fingerprint.
It's just a room with like his isn't that level, but it's
I feel
just
like
like
LeBron's is like
trophies
right
and
when you
shit.
walk in. It's just right when you walk in.
That is
I mean,
cool.
what's Mahomes is like that. Mahomes has it like has like Lombardis in his living room.
That's
sick.
That's Bosco's basement.
No. I was saying it's nice to have a room like that as opposed to regular people who just have a closet that if you open it, you're going to get fucking CTE from 62 things falling on your fucking head.
I had so many trophies from like when I was a kid in my old house. So I was like, why did I ever keep any of these?
Some of them aren't even for like winning at all. It's just like
Yeah, it's like,
It's like
yeah.
played
On the
Little League in
team.
2006.
you were alive for a year. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I do think trophies are. Yeah, it's just a bad thing. Like they fall apart, they break. Like as a kid.
I think trophies are pretty much done, right?
Really?
Do people get trophies still?
I don't know.
I would assume everyone.
Kids and children do, yeah.
I feel like they do. I don't know why. Like, what? Trophies are a crazy concept.
There's still trophy like stores out there, so yeah, I have imagined trophies exist.
All right. Yeah.
That's probably such a pain for your little league coach. Like anyone's little league coach.
Oh,
fuck!
well, they would always-
trophies.
They'd come with the box of
Yeah.
them. Yeah, it's terrible.
Little League season coming up.
Oh boy,
Oh.
You think
those blogs rip.
I still have a record in
ones?
Cooperstown.
Do you really?
Yeah, most putouts in a week and most double plays turned double plays in a week.
Still hasn't
Really?
broken.
Yeah, still haven't been broken.
How do you
Oh,
know?
yeah, so you're the first baseman?
Someone monitoring the
Oh,
record.
shortstop.
Wow.
Yeah. Huh?
How do you know it's still there?
The website.
Oh, okay.
But have they updated the logs?
Yeah.
Are there any new records post 2018?
Yeah.
2018, I could look. I don't know. I haven't.
Like I'm saying, like if there,
Right.
like this record is broken in 2025, like there you see there's new ones.
Well, now I'm
But
gonna.
if it hasn't been
It
updated,
should be unbelievable if your record got broken.
I hope he did.
It should be a great way to find out. You're like fifth. It's been
I'm gonna
broken
look
for
right
years.
now.
little like Ethan Jones from South Dakota,
Yeah.
6 putouts.
Volpe has the record. Imagine Volpe has your record.
I'd actually go and kill him. I really would. I'd be like, no, you can't have it. While I look this up, do you guys think that the Rockets can win the championship? Because I do think they can.
I do.
For sure. They had a
Yeah.
great offseason.
Yeah,
Yeah, they can.
Outside
they
of
can
Kevin
win.
Durant,
Yes.
like-
Yes. Yeah, they can win. Sure.
I think they definitely can. Where it's like, I don't know. I feel like
Why is it so crazy to think? They were the 2 seed. They got Kevin
because the
Durant.
West is just so crazy. I think
Yeah, but
it's
you're asking if
crazy.
they can win. I'm not.
They got rid of
I'm not saying
they
will
rid
win.
of a player that they didn't feel could be part of the future in Green, and they added Kevin Durant.
and fucking,
And they kept their core of like guys around that.
DFS, a nice 3-and-D guy.
Yeah, Van Vliet
Yeah,
renegotiated.
basically got for 2 years what he was going to get for 1.
They brought back Steve Adams too, right?
Not what he was going to.
He got a little bit of a raise, but he wasn't going to get that number on the open
But
market.
wasn't it like a team? Wasn't it like a team option for like 1 year for like almost 50, like 40 something?
But
And he basically signed like a 2 for 50.
yeah, there was a benefit for him doing it. I forget exactly looking at it because all this happened over break. But good for the Rockets.
Yeah, no, I like it.
I think the Rock. We're eventually we got to do that draft. We got to wait till we're all in again and fill it. But I do think the Rockets would be on people's lists,
No, I mean they'll be at the top.
especially value wise. So a way to mark that
I mean,
draft
the
at the end
Nuggets-
too. So like if you took, let's say the Dodgers right now. I know they're not, but if the Dodgers are at plus 100 and they go 1-1 in the pick, Clemmer takes them. He wins 1 unit. You take the Rockets and the Rockets win at 9-1. You collect 9. You know what I mean? So there's also a chance. Well,
We're doing like that.
it would be very
It's
funny if
complicated.
none of us picked any of the winners, but
No, that would be pretty apt for the show.
we'll see.
I was at the Nuggets made some great moves too.
the
Nuggets have done a great job.
MPJ for Cam Johnson is a phenomenal,
Nuggets look good.
great move. Getting Bruce Brown back, great move.
Fan favorite. He was great.
I like the Tim Hardaway just as like another shooter.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
I just think with Jokic, like having shooters is huge.
It just adds to the
And
bench.
like me and Phil talk in the chat, like I think it's more I understand your dislike for him, but him being like the 9th guy,
It's
that's
fine.
just like gonna play like probably 15.
It's a guy they didn't have on their roster last year.
that can shoot. Like all he's gonna do is stay on the perimeter, shoot threes.
Yep.
And just play like some decent defense. Nothing
Real
crazy.
life.
Pretty good.
Not bad at all.
just sent it to Liam.
Not
Oh,
bad
wow.
life.
Just I don't know how I found that.
That's crazy.
Want to do picks and then we could show?
Sure.
Hubs.
Picks. You Darvish has returned tonight.
He is.
Darvish, MLB debut.
It one rehab start.
He's pitching against Gallon.
I'm going to take Gallon. I'm worried about it because he's been horrible, but I
He's
don't.
been better of late.
Yeah, he had a really good start his last time out. I bet against
For
him.
the most part this year, it's been a bad year for him.
A bad year.
I'm taking the Diamondbacks plus 105.
Marty, you sending me a photo? I don't know how you thought that.
You can send the link.
No,
Yes,
you go. I also have to tell Marty that you're talking because he can't hear you.
I don't know how he thought I would just pull this up on the computer.
Oh, he has no idea how
He
you
doesn't understand how things.
be able to
He just
pull that
he
on
just
the
sent
computer.
me a
Yeah, he
screenshot.
Send him a screenshot. I thought you could just.
Maybe
is that
Phil just
crazy?
knows how to do that.
You would have no idea. You wouldn't think that's crazy.
I don't know how anything works.
Yeah, I don't know. I sent the
Just saying you don't know how anything works.
Give me the Brewers plus 115 at home against the Dodgers. Yamamoto versus Peralta. And I'm going to throw one more in there. The Rays minus 125 against the Tigers.
Pick of the day: Rangers, Angels under 7.5. It's DeGrom versus Kikuchi, and Rangers really don't hit well against lefties. I'm taking Dick Fitz, under 15.5 outs. I don't think he's hit that number very often this year.
It is the Rockies.
It is the Rockies, but it's I don't know. Like I said, let me see how many plus the Monday after a weekend series. I don't know. We'll see.
Rangers Angels at 9:38 Eastern. Have you thought about changing that to pick of the night?
That's pick of the night.
Pick of the day?
That's true. Pick of the night.
Cool.
Yeah, it's true. It's fair. It's fair, Rico.
Phil's not here. I figured I'd throw a little.
He's asking the question.
Trying to see if he'll throw
Other
something at
people.
me by the end of the day.
That's a fair point, Bosco. So Bosco, I feel like when you do it, it's a little nicer than when
It
Meek
is
does
nicer.
It.
Well, no, because his is it's a bit. Meek was like, I want him to hurt.
Yeah. Meek does it with Venom. And then I'm on. This is a plus 145. So, but it's Christopher Sanchez over 18.5 outs. He has been getting into the seventh inning. The only problem is Zach Wheeler pitched a complete game yesterday, so the Phillies might want to go to their bullpen. But still, he just needs to go 6 1/3. So
Wheeler's so good, man.
Wheeler's so good.
I have the Tigers minus 105. I have the Rockies plus 185 against Fitz, but Fitz is going to get the 3 strikeouts first.
Okay,
Because
that's right.
Parlay.
We have a parlay. It's Fitz. Who else? Who has
Christopher Sanchez.
Gallon.
Sanchez?
I would put Gallon in. I would have put Gallon in either way.
How funny is it that make you happy? They talked about you.
Yeah, I mean, he's my guy. I also, people are like, you jumped off. It wasn't working.
always-
Gallon Day wasn't
no.
working, so I backed off.
No,
Still
you-
backed the
you
guy.
It was a quick back
I have
off.
to be honest. You
It
jump off
wasn't
when
working.
people
No,
do
I
that.
didn't jump off him. It
People
wasn't
are bad.
working.
You don't tweet anymore.
Because it wasn't working. He was having bad outings.
Yeah, but you still.
Was I the reason?
Oh, what do we got here?
Wow.
The Long Island playmaker.
Matt Cahill.
Most putouts in 1
We
week.
got Matt
Cahill. 22 putouts.
Wow.
And then if you go down right there,
Okay.
it says right there. Stay there. Combination in 1 week. Matt Cahill, Maverick Pissarro, 43 putouts.
What's like the late? Is this updated?
I don't know.
Whatever happened?
Is there like a 2023 record?
See, all the records say like 2002.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that.
I think it's not up there.
I think
I don't think
it's
it's
crazy.
updated.
I have literally the Wayne Gretzky of Cooperstown.
doesn't look like recent technology. Doesn't
There's
look
not- I
updated.
don't think-
22 putouts.
There wasn't a
is
single one up there past 2005.
Right.
Because honestly, the game's changed, fellas. I don't know what to tell you.
There's more strikeouts now. Maybe so your record will.
Strikeouts.
This you were in like the 3rd grade.
I was 10.
It's like 3rd, 4th.
Fifth grade.
Whatever happened to the other person you have this record with?
Yeah, what's
Killed him.
What's Maverick up to?
Convicted murder.
Oh,
Yikes!
Really?
Murder.
boy.
I don't know. I don't know.
Burglary.
I don't know. I don't want to even. I have no idea.
Whoa! Is it really?
I don't know exactly.
Getting ominous. here.
I don't know.
Something bad's happening.
I don't know.
Really?
But
bad.
someone else. Someone else talk about someone else.
Oh, my
would have been
picks.
very easy to just be like, yeah, he's working construction, doing.
Yeah,
good.
he's doing
I
great.
don't
Yeah,
know what
he
he's
owns a
doing.
sandwich
I
shop.
don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's
Oh
doing.
no!
Boy,
I have
tough
no idea.
times. That's all right.
He might not be allowed on planes either.
My God, Joey Yanks has been tweeting up.
Wow,
Joey.
Joey Yanks.
It makes
busy.
me hypothetically when I think of Joey Yanks, like where he's tweeting it and like his surroundings make me laugh
Me too.
so much. Like I know it's in hypothetical basements,
Yes.
when he's watching programs. I'm going with the Dodgers tonight with Yamamoto on the mound, and then I'm gonna go with the Angels against DeGrom. Kikuchi's been pitching well.
Really well.
Ev.
I'm on the Giants tonight, plus 112, and I'm on the Brewers as well, plus 113. I'm taking the over in Royals Pirates over 8.5.
Our parlay is plus 452. By the way,
I was just gonna say that. And to reiterate, it's Fitz to 3Ks, Gallon to 3Ks, Christopher Sanchez race to 3Ks. All three.
we do
races.
all home teams.
Gallon, I believe, is on.
I did not. Sanchez is not.
Gallon's on the road. I'm pretty sure.
Gallon's on the road.
I'll take Gallon 6+.
Every time we say this, we try to do the home team.
I like Sanchez over Landon Knopp. I just didn't.
It's just more is because they pitch first.
I know, but I just didn't like Landon Knopp.
Gallon 6+ strikeouts plus 160.
I think you have to admit though, you
It
get off.
wasn't-
You
no,
don't tweet
it
things when people are
wasn't
doing bad.
working.
Now, Boston is
Gallon Day wasn't
he
working.
had a rough stretch. You can't be like.
Of
hammering
course.
it.
I was still betting him,
But you could still
but it
say
was
it's
Gallon
still
Day wasn't
Gallon
working.
Day.
Just me tweeting Happy Gallon Day was not
Wait,
working for him,
you don't-
so I stopped doing it.
You don't text Oates when they lose.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to hear. Like, I wouldn't want to hear from me either.
I think when you're riding for your guy, what Daniel Jones? Do I ride for that guy?
Yeah.
In the down of the dumps.
And if you didn't text him when they lost, you'd never text him.
That's true.
Point.
That was not nice.
I was trying to help. It didn't work.
No.
Oh, okay. Maybe next time.
Really hope my ear unclogs for tomorrow.
That's like the
I
old.
gotta go to the,
That's the old joke. There's a dog in a bar. A guy brings a dog into the bar, and Jets kick a field goal. The dog goes nuts. He's dancing on the fucking table. He's buying people shots. And the bartender's like, "This is nuts. What does he do when the Jets score a touchdown?" He goes, "I'll let you know."
Why does it have to be a dog?
Yeah, why did that have to be the dog?
Why does it be a dog? Just
There's been like
a regular guy.
I didn't create the fucking joke. I don't know.
Whose joke was it?
That was a decent joke. I didn't,
See,
think
I
it,
just didn't understand the dog part.
I didn't think it was that bad. Well, I mean, what are you gonna say? A human?
Yeah.
A child, maybe?
Why a dog in a bar? All of a sudden, all I think was this dog in a bar.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. That
I actually
one,
think the dog made more sense.
that one, and then the Pope.
Dog makes more sense.
I think it does because like you bring it. I think a dog is more likely to go to a bar than a child.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
guess.
My other favorite one was when the Pope, I think it was Pope John Paul, said mass at then the Meadowlands. He had a mass at Meadowlands. It was like, what do the Pope and the New York Jets have in common? They could both make 96,000 people stand up and say Jesus Christ.
I remember that one.
Now that's fucking
That's funny.
funny.
That's funny.
Last thing, trivia question: how many mosquitoes are there in the world?
Oh, no. There's so many. There's so many.
It's the second most.
I would
Second most animal. If we say animal, I don't know what.
What's the number one animal? Ants?
I'll tell you after.
I'll say 3 trillion.
I was going to say 6 trillion.
Ev?
2 billion. Trillion just sounds crazy. I don't fucking.
Yeah, I'll take 4 billion.
Jason?
He probably knows it to the number.
Like 7?
What do you say?
Total?
7.
Yeah, sure. 7.
7 what? Oh, total 7?
Sure,
Did I stutter?
he's taking the
Seven.
under.
Get it,
He's,
okay.
anything low, he's going to
I'm
win.
saying there's only 7 mosquitoes in the world.
Oh, in your apartment, maybe.
No, my place is clean.
110 trillion.
Jesus Christ.
How crazy is that?
110.
What's the number one animal?
I don't know if I believe them.
I think
Ants?
7.
Top three.
How would they know?
Top 3.
You counted? I'm
Ants?
like, oh yeah, you counted them all?
Ants, fish.
Antarctic krill, number 1.
What does that mean?
500 trillion.
That's not real.
What is that? What is the Antarctic krill?
Not buying it.
I don't know.
It's not
I
real.
didn't look into
There's
it.
more of that than anything else in the world?
Mosquitoes, 110 trillion, and then fish, 3.2
Yeah, fish
trillion.
is easy.
Antarctic
Fish,
krill.
I
Fish,
believe.
fish covers everything. That's a little broad.
Can we look up
Ocean's like
Antarctic
80% of the
krill
world.
and bring it up for a second?
That's why they don't let us in Antarctica.
couldn't.
Krill.
No, Antarctica is like an actual. There's some things happening.
But no one can go there.
He thinks
You
it's
know there's-
aliens. He thinks aliens.
there is
Wait, you
aliens.
can't go there? Why not?
No, you can't. Do you see the person literally just like,
there.
oh, yeah.
That was it, huh? Ugh.
Yeah, so 500.
A lot of these guys, huh? Oh, they're all dying
Why
though.
can't you go to Antarctica?
If you go there, you'll get like
Private
the
himself.
government will like take you away.
Really?
Yeah, if you look up some articles about
Does
it,
no one live there?
no one lives in Antarctica.
What will they do to me if I go to Antarctica?
They'll take you away.
Wait, who's gonna find me? No one's up
How
there.
could they take you away?
That
There's
just
no one there.
happened. Someone literally just was doing like a. They're like, you saw that, right? They're like flying in there or something. They flew and they literally captured him.
And then where do they go then?
How do they know? Because
No, where do they go then? Where do they go then?
Where do they take you?
To the ice.
why would they?
Is
why
there a jail
would I-
there?
No, they would put a fucking bag over your head and get you out of
They
there.
don't want you to see the aliens. is
Because
what
they're
you're
seeing
saying.
things there that there's a reason why no one lives there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, temperatures range from -10, 14 degrees Fahrenheit to -76 Fahrenheit.
But 14 is like taller. Like you could like.
work.
It's pretty cold.
14.
No, I grew up in New Hampshire, but like you, I mean,
Yeah, look.
oh, an influencer.
The rest of, you can't. And Antarctica
Trying
is.
to raise money for cancer research.
Guess what? Aliens and
Where's the
pyramids.
North Pole?
I
More.
think it's the north.
Antarctica?
Antarctica south.
What?
Are you just arguing that?
Oh, I didn't hear. I
Oh.
can't hear what you're
He
saying.
doesn't know. He didn't know.
Sorry.
I said where the North Pole was.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else got any interesting facts?
I won June in here.
You did.
Next record.
While Antarctica is not off limits, access is highly regulated due to the Antarctic Treaty System and the continent's fragile environment.
Yeah, that's
AKA aliens and pyramids.
That's sick.
That's what they say. There's also a guy that was finding out about aliens there, and that's where they actually live in the Arctic.
Why don't they live like somewhere better? Is it because you need
Well,
the cool
you're
weather?
like idiots like you watch a movie and think they live in space.
Well, I think aliens do live in space.
No, they live in Antarctica.
Like you can have two.
I
Both things
guess
could be
you
true.
Yeah, but most of them are Antarctica.
You think most aliens in the world live in Antarctica?
Anyone else got any
So
facts?
stupid.
I would say that as a challenge. If somebody on the internet says you can't fly somewhere, fly to Antarctica. See what happens. Prove them wrong.
Who would you want to do that?
Nobody. Maverick Johnson or whatever.
There we go.
He's
That's where
probably
he
on
went.
the fly list.
That's why no one can find him.
Yeah.
All right, that's the show. I enjoyed being back with the fellas. That's the show, and we will be back tomorrow. It feels good being back. You want to have a good break?
Good break.
All right. Anyone go anywhere?
It's by the lake.
Austin.
Go, Jason.
Upstairs and downstairs. I went.
What at me for?
Say you can't hear him anyway.
It's true. I don't know why I asked.